Welcome to GripeCast with your host, Alex Hernandez. This show is dedicated to consumer technology news and pop culture. GripeCast is owned by Techaeris. Visit Techaeris.com for the latest tech reviews, news, entertainment, and pop culture. Now sit tight, the show's about to begin. All right, welcome to the least listened to podcast on the internet. This is a GripeCast episode 42. That is November 26, 2024, and we are just a few days away from Thanksgiving, so I didn't really have much of a podcast planned for this week. As with a lot of Americans, we are very busy this week with family stuff and other things, so I didn't really have anything planned, but I decided to do a podcast anyway, and I wanted to do it on thankfulness, because that's what we're celebrating. We're celebrating being thankful for the things that we have. And if you are not prepared, if you're here for this podcast for me to complain and gripe and be divisive, you might just not listen to this podcast if you don't want to hear stories and just praise and thankfulness is basically what I want to talk about today. First, before I start, I just want to say, make sure that you guys hit the links down below, the merch and everything. Make sure you hit the like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Whatever, do that thing. I like it. I appreciate it. And it really does support us. But really, I'm here to say thank you. Not only, thank you guys, especially this group of people that listen to this podcast, group of people that watch my videos, and the group of people that read my reviews and follow my site. Thank you to the people who have followed me for a long time, and thank you for the people that have just started following me. It's taken a lot of work. So, and I've talked about it in length, I think, a lot of times, but I've never really said thank you. I've said thank you to you guys and my audience and everything, but there's a lot more thanks that has to be given. Today I went and had an appointment to see the doctor. I'm not going to go into detail, but I have a pesky little tumor here in my head, right here, and it's been there for a bit, and I don't talk about it much because I just kind of out of sight, out of mind, and just don't think about it. But you have to face these things when things start creeping up on you. So you have to get out there and have the experts look at things and get tested and do all the things that you're supposed to do to stay healthy. I guess is the best way to put it. So I went and did the thing today, and I don't have any news of it. It's just a benign tumor that's been there for a long time. I just haven't had it looked at in several years, and so things have been bothering me lately, and I've decided, my wife and I decided it's time for me to quit putting it off and go get it looked at again, reevaluated, let's say. So I went and did that. Of course, there has been no word as to what it is or how it's progressing or whatever. It's not. I have to go in for MRI, and I have to go in for tests and some other things. So I won't know anything until next month, possibly, and we'll see where we go from there and how we tackle this, and see if it's hopefully going to be similar to what we did the last time, which helped. But we kind of lost track of that. So anyway, I'm just thankful to be alive. I have a lot of thanks to be had. It's been a rough year for me. And especially with the business, I have a great home life. I am so blessed to have some of the greatest kids on this planet, all 5 of them. And I have a wife that's so supportive, and she's absolutely wonderful when it comes to my job and what I do. When I first started Techaeris, I know that she was frustrated because it was, it seemed like I was kind of just doing a hobby and just having fun on my own. And I was working, and trying to make something of the site. And eventually we did. And she has seen that, and she recognizes that, but she didn't complain. She didn't complain. She didn't argue with me. We never got in everybody gets into fights, right? Everybody gets in arguments, like spats or whatever you want to call them. But we had never gotten to a point. We have never gotten to a point where, one or the other is going to walk out or do something stupid like that. So I'm so blessed to have a wife like her, and thankful. So let's put it that way. Thankful to God for that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cuts in here probably once in a while. Thankful also for my in-laws, who have also been very supportive and encouraging in what I do. They've been a blessing to us, and without them, we would. We'd make it because God is here with us all the time, but God put them in our lives for a reason, and they've been a blessing and a support to us that I can't explain. So I'm just thankful for them and my own family, my brothers. I have 2 brothers and my mom, and my dad's passed on, but I went through a rough spot many years ago in my 20s, and if it wasn't for my brothers and my sister-in-laws and my mom and my dad, I don't know. I don't think I'd be here, to be honest with you. Went through a lot of pain, and went through, a real bad divorce that was pretty hard. Not only hard on me, but hard on my daughter, and I know that was painful for her, and it may still be painful for her to this day. And it's something I regret. But I know that, God is good, and that all, in his mercy and grace, that he's forgiven everybody. And, we are past that, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for getting through that portion of my life that was real painful and hard, a hard road to travel. I don't wish that on anybody. And if I was to give anybody advice, especially young people, is think before, when you get into relationships, really, really contemplate and be discerning on who you choose, and be wise, because that's going to affect not only your life, but your children, if you have any, and other people's lives. So yeah, but I'm thankful for my family, for my brothers, my mom, and my in-laws, and my wife's siblings as well. I've gone through life with I've had good people in my life, good family in my life, I gotta say. Even when I was not even when I wasn't a good person, they were still good to me. So for that, I am thankful. Been doing this, 11 and a half years, going on 12 years of Techaeris, and 13 plus years of doing tech journalism and tech writing and tech reviews. And it's been a journey. And this past year has been pretty rough. And I've had, basically I'm it now. I am running the show alone. And part of that is, my own choosing. I had a lot of people that were with me and in my corner, that have always been helpful. And I want them to know that I'm not unthankful for them. I've had to kind of do this on my own, and kind of break away and kind of refocus and get myself back into concentrating on this site and on this work that I do. But, the people that have worked with me over the years that have really helped me shape Techaeris, they include Stormy Beach and Jason Bomeister and Josh Tryon and Kyle Funk, Justin Jelinek, and there's several other people that have been there as either writers, editors, or just part of the media team that really helped me with this site. So I am thankful for them as well. And a lot of these people have been gone for a while or have just recently left or whatever, but every one of them I'm super thankful for. I don't talk to many of them now, and it's not because I don't want to talk to people. It's just when we lose connection with a lot with people, and that's just normal. But right now it's just a time I've been reflecting this past 6 months on what I need to do to what work needs to be done to elevate my brand and my site back up and get it moving again. And so I've just kind of been doing that and kind of concentrating on myself, concentrating on myself quite a bit actually, and my growth as a person, not so much as a writer or anything else. But I'm thankful for those folks that have helped me in a lot of ways. So God was gracious enough to put those people in my life, and also super thankful for the brands that I work with, the people that I work with, PR people, marketing people. I work with a lot of brands, and they know that we are a smaller independent website and a smaller independent YouTube channel and Rumble channel. But they're willing to work with us because, we're willing to work with me because I am cut from a different cloth. Let's just put it that way. When you get to meeting these people in person at events like CES and at MWC and IFA and all these other events, you get to know people and they get to know you. And my character is I try to maintain a strong character and moral value, and I think they see that. I'm not perfect by any means, and I hope nobody ever gets the thought that I think that I'm perfect, because I am not by any stretch of the imagination. But I just wanted to jump on this podcast. I know, and like I said at the beginning, hopefully you're still listening. But I knew it was going to be a kind of a serious podcast. I didn't want to start talking and kind of bring people into something, and then they're like, "Oh, what's he talking about? He's this guy's getting a little weepy on us." No, it's about being thankful. Was in church this past weekend, and our pastor was talking about being thankful and how we should be loud with our thanks. Loud. If you go to a football stadium, you go to a baseball stadium, people are loud. They're excited. They're thankful that their team is winning, or maybe they're not thankful that they're losing and they're booing, but they're loud. And, that's the point, is that we have to be louder with our thanks. And that's part of what I want to start doing more of is being louder with my thanks, louder with my faith, and louder with proclaiming how good God is to me. And that is the, you would think that I would open with this thanks, but I'm closing with this thanks because I am most thankful to God. Most thankful to Him because, I could spend, I'm 15 minutes into this podcast, but I could spend, 15 hours talking to you about what God has done for me in my life, from when I was a small child, all the way up until now when I'm an old guy now. But throughout my life, I have screwed up time and again. Throughout my life, I have made poor choices. Throughout my life, I've done some stupid things. I have not represented God. I've not been a witness to my God, for my God, in a good way. And through all that, He still loves me, and He still has always been there for me. So, the 100% of the thanks in this video is, and in my life is God. I thank my God for taking care of me and for providing and for being there even when I turn my back on Him. But, I went through, He brought me through a lot. He brought me through a lot of darkness. Everything from being abused, molested as a child, all the way to thinking of unaliving myself several times. And through a divorce and through, disconnection with family, and through a lot of things. He has been there 100%. And with this now, with our business, with Techaeris, with this website, with all that we're doing now, He is still there. And I think that, I know that He's taking care of us. I know that we're going to be okay. And I know that we are going to get through this hump or whatever it is that we're going through right now with Google and the algorithms and all of that. Whatever it is, all I know is that God's told me, just do the work. That's what I've been hearing back from Him is, just do the work, Alex. Do the work. Don't worry about the harvest. Do the work. So that is what I am doing. I am doing the work. I'm doing my podcasts, doing my unboxing videos, doing reviews, traveling. This has been one of the most exciting years for me for travel. I've not traveled this much in a year. Going from Vegas to Canada to Rio to Berlin to South Korea, and then back to Vegas here in January. I'll be going again. So a lot of travel, a lot of connections being made with other brands and with people and with other YouTubers and other writers and journalists. So, He's been providing the outlet for me to do the work. And that is what I am doing. I'm doing the work, and I'm going to allow God to grow the harvest. And that's where I am today. And that's why I just wanted to do this podcast because, I don't know, some of you listening may not be believers, and that's okay. I've never told someone that you need to believe how I believe, but what I do tell people is I believe the way I believe because God is real in my life, and He can be real for everybody. You just have to want it, and you just have to reach out to Him. I can't do that for you, and He's not going to make you. You have to be the one to receive that. So, my job is just to say, hey, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to God for what he's done for me in my life and what he's brought me through. You're gonna have people say, well, are you rich? Do you have what kind of car do you have? Do you have a Cybertruck? Do you have, you have a Tesla? Do you have what kind of mansion do you have? Success is not measured in riches. Okay, to me, you may have a different opinion, but success is not. Elon Musk is rich and powerful and a billionaire, and Bill Gates is the same way. And pick your billionaire, pick your millionaire. They're successful monetarily, but there's a difference to me. Success isn't measured in how much money you have. It's measured in where you are. For me, I measure my success in where I am with my walk with God. So at this stage of my life, 10, 15 years ago, I wasn't as successful in my walk with God as I am today. I feel like I'm closer to him, and closer to heavenly riches than I have ever been. And it's because I've allowed myself to bring the walls down and stop thinking about me so much and concentrate more on him and what he wants from me and the work to do the work. So that's where we are. It is November 26th and a few days here. What do we got? 2 more days. The 28th is Thanksgiving Day. And I just wanted to do this podcast just to express my gratitude. I would play some songs right now. If you're watching on YouTube or on Rumble, I'm just playing this landscape video. It's got I love trees. I gotta say, I love trees. That's why I moved down into the Ozark Mountains, because I love trees. And this is the kind of scenery we have around here. It's beautiful. So I would be playing music right now, and I'd love to grab my guitar and play a tune, but with YouTube copyright things and all that, I don't do that. But there's a lot of songs that I really enjoy that maybe I'll put some down in the description below that are really good songs to listen to that have helped me through my life. There's a song called Hold Dearly to Me. And it, oh man, now I'm going to forget the lyrics. Let me look the lyrics to this song up. I'm going to read them out to you. That way you can at least click the link down below and listen to the song. But let me grab these lyrics real quick. All right, I'm back here. All right. So I'm going to close this out, and I just want to read these lyrics to you, because this is a song, and I really encourage you to click the link below. This song was written by Michael Rowe from the 77s, and it, from what I've read, it was a prayer that he wrote out and he put music to, and it's a really strong prayer that really has helped me through a lot of things in my life that I've gone through, and even to this day I still listen to it, and I still I let it fill my heart. So the lyrics say, what do you do when you're in total frustration? What do you do when you're in total despair? What can you say when you dial that number and the only person you want to talk to is never really quite there? This person cannot bring me happiness. This person cannot bring me joy. Gracious God, lift me higher. Let me see your beautiful face. I gotta know who my true friends are and where's my home sweet home. Many nights I've wandered alone down the street of pain. Many days I've stumbled out into the darkness of daylight. Many years I've wandered, wondering just where I'll end up, in a festering heap of flames or a shivering cold night. Good God Almighty, scoop me up and set me free. Let me walk in your forgiveness, make a man out of me. Lord, I've been jumping at shadows, like a snake I've been eating my tail. Let me trip, let me stumble, but please don't let me fail. I'm a fly by night, I'm a dog by day. I've got a room full of beautiful memories, growing old and in the way. I got a heart that's been broken, over and over again. Some by lovers, some by brothers, but most of all, by my own dirty little hands. Let me sit at your holy feet. Let me count the hard cost of what is right and what is wrong, of who is kind and who can only be the boss. Let me lie awake and seek the truth from thy holy face, out of thy holy mouth thundering forth out of that holy place. Let me walk and stand and talk with the mind of one given over, only to the things that I know you hold dear. Let me soften my heart, let me harden my footsteps, as I press toward the mark of your safe place without any fear. Hold dearly to me. So, yeah, that song is an amazing song, and me just reading it out like that is not as impactful as actually listening to the tune. So that's linked down below. Make sure you guys listen to that. Hey, I'm going to let you guys go. Please have a great Thanksgiving. Be blessed. Be kind to each other. Be kind to one another online as well. We need more kindness, and that's part of my, call it a New Year's resolution. We're not there yet, but I need to start being less divisive and less argumentative and more kind to people. And that is the only way that we change things. You got to change yourself to change the world. So, yep. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the comment, subscribe. Thanks for listening to this podcast, especially if you've listened to this entire podcast. 100% thank you for sticking with me. I know these subjects are hard. Some people are not going to listen to this at all. But for those that did listen all the way to the end, I appreciate you. God bless you, and we will talk to you on the other side.